Okay, third and final video in the series of three for tonight. This is 20E. I know you have 20C or D to do as well, but I'm going to let you try to figure that out for yourself. And please just call me, or well, I guess, and, PT me or email me. If it's an emergency, you can always call me. Um, but let's see, 20E. So on the left here, I've got the book, I've got the exercise open, and then on the right, I'm going to write answers out here. So I'm going to label this 20E. I'm going to do the first two, maybe as many as three, so you got a good head start. Let's see, I'm going to make this a little bigger. All right. So I'm going to take a look at 20E over here. Number one says Cornelia said something. What did she say? She said, I wanted to go to bed. All right. So we need to express these as it looks like these are all perfect, and the verbs in this exercise are all perfect verbs. So that's the subject for this chapter. So we want to use those. I wanted, not I want, not I was wanting, but I wanted. Now, how do we say I wanted? Is that new for this chapter? Probably not. So, but let's go see if we can find it though, real quick. We wanted. I see voluimus. Um, let's see. Well, it's from volo, and the infinitive is vele, and then voluimos is we wanted. So if Cornelia said, I wanted, let's go back. This is a long chapter. I wanted to go to bed. Is there anywhere where somebody says I wanted in the story? I cannot remember right now, but I think I'm going to just cut to the chase and say if it's voluimus for we wanted, I'm going to cut down, look at these perfect endings here. You see that voluimus was we wanted. So I wanted, this is the ending for first person singular. I wanted is going to be expressed as volui, not voluimos, but volui. So jumping back to 20E again real quick. Sorry for all the up and down here. There it is. Okay. So we'll say, we could save the verb until the end, but I'm going to write it in now. I wanted to go to bed. Now, to go to bed is something you've seen before, I believe, and that is cubitum ire. Now, I guess better word order there would be something like this. Again, I don't have long marks on this computer, so that's going to not be reflected here. Cubitum ire volui. I wanted, right there, and then to go, and then to bed is said like that. And then the boys say, we stayed with Cornelius. Now, I'm going to bring something in at this point, which may or maybe, I don't think it'll be confusing. I hope it's not confusing. There's this website called Whitaker's Words. Well, actually, it doesn't show up as Whitaker's Words here, but it says Able Media salutes William Whitaker. So, words Latin to English and English to Latin dictionary. While I'm doing this, maybe you can take a note of that website right there, or you can just Google Whitaker's Words. Like, there's the word Whitaker. There's words. So if you can't remember, say the word for to stay, it happens to be maneo manere, but you can look it up here in the English to Latin section of this website. Click here. Hold on a second. I'm going to click it, and then it brings this up, and you just find the one that you recognize. I mean, you've seen this. This is the most common way to say um, to stay. Maneo, manere, mansi, mansos. Now, what are all these things? These are actually the principal parts for the verb to stay. There are four of them. So when you're doing the perfect tense, we actually start with this third principal part right here. And this actually, the I at the end there shows that this is first person singular. Just like this is here. Maneo means I stay, like present tense. Manere means to stay, like the infinitive. Mansi means I stayed. And then mansos means something else that you don't have to worry about right now. So we're going to start with this mansi. And then We have to turn it into we stayed. All right. So I'm going to get that much down right now. I'm going to say we'll fill in the ending in a second. We stayed with Cornelius. Oh, the boys say this. All right. So I should say Pueri. They say cum Corneli. Anybody know the ending? This is an ablative preposition. Cum with Cornelius. So this is going to be ablative here. Cum Cornelio. Period. Now, we stayed. Again, you saw it in the Whitaker's words. There is I stay or mansi, but that is for I, like first person singular. So I'm gonna go back here and we're gonna find the ending for we stayed. Back here at perfect tense, back on page 60. So we again is first person plural. So this is the ending for that verb there, imus. So I'm gonna go back here. Mansimus cum Cornelio. Now again, if you want to use the verb last, we could just do this instead and then lose all of this. Cum Cornelio mansimus. So now it's okay to say mansimus cum Cornelia, but if you want to stress that you stayed with Cornelius, if somebody says, "Where with whom did you stay?" then you say cum Cornelio mansimus, with Cornelius we stayed. But it's also okay to say mansimus cum Cornelia. Again, I don't really insist on word order specifically for this class. It's not the most important thing. Let's see. We're going to do number 3 as well. So we're going to get halfway through this exercise. I think I've just gone by it. I'm sorry. Okay. 28. There you are. Okay. One more. So now the boys say, here we are again, the boys, pueri, what do they say? We intended to stay awake until midnight. All right, so I'm going to leave the verb alone for now, but I am going to have the infinitive to stay awake and until midnight, and those can be found in the story. So let's keep that in mind. We intended to stay awake until midnight. All right, so we intended. No, we'll save the verb for last. To midnight, we intended to stay awake until midnight. So to stay awake is vigilare. And there it is right there in the second line of the story. And then to midnight or until midnight is ad mediam noctam. So we can put that like this. Ad mediam noctem vigilare. And then we intended. Now you see here, in animo habuerunt. That means they intended. The erunt ending is for third person plural. They had it in mind or they intended. So the question is, you see erunt for they, and we're going to replace that with we, the we ending, and we've seen this now already up here. So we're going to take habu and then we're gonna leave it like that. But we're gonna know that it's we, right? I believe it's right. The boys said we intended to stay awake until midnight. Yeah, we intended to stay awake until midnight. So to midnight to stay awake. We intended. Oh, we have to have in animo as well. In animo, and then the ending for first person plural for we is imus. So in animo habuimus ad mediam noctam vigilare. So that's basically it. Identify the verb, find the verb in each one of the remaining sentences. You did laugh. There's another one there. You did enter. Now these are questions, but if you turn the questions around, you'll see did you laugh becomes you did laugh. So that's a form of rideo, ridere. And then you did enter is a form of intro, intrare. But use the story to guide you here. You should be able to find something close enough to these sentences in the story. Remember, the soldier says, "Why have you entered this inn?" I think, and I don't know if Cornelius says, "Why did you laugh?" But the boys do laugh, or they did laugh at some point. So then you have to think about how to say, "Why did you laugh?" And that's just using the endings once again. Istis for you plural, so you're going to throw that on there somewhere. And then Cornelius is going to say, "I entered." So you have to think about intro, intrare, or finding the form of that in the story, and then getting the right ending for I. because my carriage is stuck in a ditch. So notice we go from I entered, which is perfect tense, to my carriage is stuck. So we go back to present tense there. So you have to think that one through. Okay, hope this is helpful. Again, sorry for the delay, and good luck with everything. And please get in touch with me. Again, email is always a safer bet. Some of you, Daniel in particular, have been emailing me on a more regular basis, and that's fine. I don't mind that. I know that I can't every day necessarily when I want to get to the PT. If you find that I'm not getting back to you right away, please do email me at dturkelson@sacredheartkingston.com. Just like this. There it is. Okay, you can pause this and write that down. Okay, take care.